Hello YouTubers, my name is X Factor and it's time to feed. This is Evolve Alpha gameplay and I am the Goliath. They're going to be doing the hunting, or am I going to be doing the hunting? First tip, get as far away from the starting spot as possible because you get a jump start. Use your smell ability, that's right click if you're a PC user, because it gives away neutral animals and the red ones will attack you or they will get startled like the birds that we just passed and give away your positioning. That's the last thing you want to do because right now you simply want to feed and gain more armor and get the ability to evolve. So simply hold E. If I would have killed both those animals in the same pile, I wouldn't have had to hit E 2 different times if I would have gone up to that second animal. So it's kind of a tactic to kill multiple things at once. But stay on the move. Use water so they can't see your tracks. And I just startled some of those birds. Last thing I wanted to do. So I'm simply going to break into the water. They can't see my tracks. Use that lunge ability to simply get over and back into the water. If I think the hunters are on me, I'm simply going to get some distance and try to hide. Every time you see my screen kind of flashes iridescent white, that means I'm using my secondary ability, the smell ability, and that right there is some birds. At this point, I don't care. That little star above that animal would have given me a buff if I would have killed him. It could be anything to gaining armor faster or even health, and I still have yet to evolve because I need to lose the hunters. A lot of people simply go around the outside of the map. I found a lot of luck cutting back mid-map after you get a little distance. And anytime I think I've got some distance, I'm simply going to feed as soon as the bodies come back. Because this is an alpha, it's a little glitchy right now. And that blue bar is my armor. The red bar is my health. And that bar right there is how long until I have the ability to evolve into the next level of monster, giving me 3 more points to spend on my talents. And right now I've only got 3 talents because I don't have the rock throwing talent. I've been mixing it up quite a bit, and I found a lot of luck with putting basically 2 or 3 points in rock throwing, charge, then of course fire breath. And look at this. There's a hunter that is on top of me, and I'm just going to try to mess him up real quick because he got separated. Now the question is this: do I want to stick around and fight this alpha, or do I want to get some distance? I've got full armor, which I'm going to lose the second I evolve. Now he could be revived by his teammates because I didn't kill him all the way. It's kind of like Left 4 Dead. You got some time until you can't be revived anymore, and you can beat them up to a pulp. The revive timer is forgiving. If you lose the ability to be revived by your teammates, that is very unforgiving. 2 minutes or more. Now you're saying, why aren't you evolving? Because it takes at least 10 seconds to go through your perks, basically, and decide what things you want to buff. So I'm going to run back through the water as much as possible so my footsteps are hidden if they're by, and try to find a nice little hiding spot. And of course, there's the animation of everything else. I just startled those birds. What you want to do is hit control and sneak around them. I had a lot of luck sneaking around, being very close to hunters in other rounds, but this one kind of gets crazy, so I want to showcase it. Hold V, you can cancel this, but once it pops, and I just canceled there because I thought I saw somebody, once you go through this and you go beast mode, this is level 2. You cannot get out of this for 10 seconds. So you see I'm going to put leap smash, some more fire breath, and then of course the rock throw. But what I found that works the best is the charge, the rock throw, and of course the leaping ability. Having 1 in fire is enough. Now I'm just going to sit, because when you evolve, you lose the vast majority of your armor. You can see in the top left-hand corner, he's got 40 seconds until he drops in, and that's what I'm waiting for. I want to make sure I get my armor up. Each time you evolve, you have to wait and then start eating again. So the question is, will I make it to level 3 in this fight? Once you get to level 3, it's absolutely over because you have all the power in the world. You can almost one-shot certain classes with a rock, follow that up by a charge. And of course, it's all about singling out the healer and the hunter. The hunter has a dog that can revive people. It is so important to keep your targets on a leash, basically. Know where the important targets are. Anybody can revive, but the healer has a heal rate. He also has an area of effect heal, which is very, very powerful. And then the mini-map I have bound to my mouse. That's not something that stays there all the time. You have to refresh it every couple minutes. So I'm trying to be sneaky here. Try to be real sneaky and kill an animal and eat from distance, right? Not give myself away. And then you can see the armor builds back up. If you start killing the alpha prey in the game, you're going to have tons of different buffs. I even found one that gives you health regen. Not armor regen, health regen. Because that is what you need the most. As you evolve, it's going to max out your health. But if you start getting beat up by the hunters or animals in the game, you're going to lose your health bar, and that won't come back. But that blue bar, again, can come back up simply by eating. The hunters have an arena that they can drop on your head. And what I found is if you're level 3, you probably want that to happen. Because unless they release it, the hunter is going to get wrecked, and so is the healer, because they can only run so far. So here's a big old alpha animal, and I think, well, maybe he can give me a buff, but simply, no. Leaping Smash. Smash on him a couple times. Anytime you can use one of your power-ups on these guys, it really helps. These are the animals that once you get enough power, you want to kill, because it's going to give you a ton of armor. And I just scared some birds yet again. So just as you think it's a good time to eat, as I'm working towards my level 3 evolve, they ruined the fun. Didn't even make it to level 3. So this is going to be a level 2 fight. I first started off with trying to run away, because between using your charge ability, and of course this leaping ability, which does go on cooldown eventually, you can get distance. The question is, can you get enough distance and not mess with these guys that can slow you down or eat away some of your armor and health? I just want to get away. The biggest tip I can give you is get away early and often, and they split up. I'm in a lot of trouble right now. And I didn't put a lot of power in the fire breath, but look at that. They just dropped the hunter trap and the hunter shield on me, and now it's time to wreck. The question is, can I get him down? Can I find the healer? Can I get one kill before the healer comes in? And there is the support right there, dropping major bombs on my head. And look at that. All the armor is practically gone. Now, I need to keep track of that dead body, because I didn't smash him all the way. He could be revived. You have to worry about the hunter dog getting loose. And there is the green bean. That is the guy, man, bear, pig, of who I want to basically tackle from here on out. Now, they can harpoon me. The medic can basically stun me and kite me, which is not good. Therefore, I got to use my leaps. I've got to use my charges. And if anybody's close, just use the fire breath. But the biggest thing in the world is get that healer down, get the hunter down, if you need to simply escape. Now, I'm going to do something not traditional here, because I've gotten so many of these guys down so fast, and that right there is the pet you have to worry about. I'm so close to evolving, you can actually eat the players. So as you kill the players, you can eat them, which then gets you closer to evolving or more armor. But if you start getting damaged, you simply can't do that. I'm trying to kill the dog, which I've already done, and work on the medic that got revived again. If you don't keep tabs on the enemy players, this is what can happen. And they simply got up the shield again, which is a death sentence for the medic. Now, got one away. I don't know who's alive. Smart player on the other team would have simply run away, because if you have one guy alive, that allows for your team to spawn back in. And just like that, I'm evolving right in front of them. Remember, there's a waiting period. There's only one of them left. I can't find him, but he's in this dome. I've got all the time in the world, because more than likely it's the hunter and maybe somebody reviving. So just like that, gained health. Lost armor, but I didn't have armor. And here you go. The leaping smash on the guy trying to revive. What do you guys think? You guys want to see some more Evolve Goliath gameplay? A level 3 attack maybe? One that I almost lose as level 2? Let me know down below, because I've had a lot of fun playing Evolve so far as the monster. There's a ton of different mind games. There's a ton of different tactics that you can employ. And the adrenaline just flows in this game when you're being hunted as the monster. And then you just flip the switch to hunting them. Let me know what you guys think down below. What do you guys want to see more footage of first? Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We will see you soon.